Okay, for this MMOpinion video I have to start with a question. So imagine there's a raid boss and that raid boss drops a bomb, and when the bomb detonates it's basically a raid wipe. So now the question is, would you rather defuse the bomb or keep DPSing the boss to stay on the top of the DPS meter? If your answer is defusing the bomb to save the raid and secure the boss kill, well, you are kinda wrong. Okay, this is about to go a weird way, and like always, I hope someone can make something out of it. So the very first add-on I have ever used was a map reveal add-on in Diablo 2, which instantly revealed the map, so I was able to farm way faster and make way faster bar runs. Some people might call it map hack, but for legal reasons and other reasons, I would like to call it quality of life feature, a very important term nowadays in MMOs, unfortunately too important. So for sub-fee MMOs it is basically the new term for we decided to make it boring, and for free-to-play MMOs it is the new term for we decided to put it into the cash shop. Add-ons these days can do almost anything to improve gameplay or more likely modify the game in a way you enjoy the most. Or can create whole new gameplay experiences like we see in the World of Warcraft hardcore add-on today. Even so, Iron Man and hardcore challenges aren't new at all. But the add-on as a tool provided is straight up positive, and as a side note here, the official servers of World of Warcraft hardcore take way too long. I guess when they release I'm already done with it, because yeah, turns out leveling in classic World of Warcraft takes way too long. But it is part of the experience, I guess. And I will definitely follow the events surrounding World of Warcraft hardcore when the official servers release. Another really good example for add-ons is in Elder Scrolls Online. The developers of Elder Scrolls Online did not implement a minimap because they wanted the gameplay as immersive as possible. So you can feel like a traveler, wandering the lands of Neon, navigating by landmarks and stars, and every once in a while open the map to check where you are. A real and true experience of being an explorer and slowly gain knowledge. And well, first thing people did was making an add-on to have a minimap. Immersive gameplay? No thank you. The way add-ons can change the game are close to infinite. You don't like the way your action bars look? Just get an add-on. You want your bag sort out your items itself by default automatically? Just get an add-on. You want to win in PvP? Just get a cooldown tracker add-on. You want to know when the raid boss will use an ability 30 seconds in advance? Just get an add-on. And right here add-ons start to heavily impact the gameplay or straight up give you a massive advantage. I personally use a lot of add-ons in World of Warcraft, so much that whenever an expansion or major patch drops and every add-on doesn't work, the game becomes basically unplayable for me, and I more likely level a new character instead of playing the new content. However, there are two types of add-ons I hate the same as I like them. First being a DPS meter and second being the raid leader add-on. Or if you play World of Warcraft, I basically mean DBM. Starting with the DPS meter. First of all, in my opinion, a DPS meter is necessary for MMOs because it is the only way to improve. Without it, you have no idea how good or bad you are doing in instance content. And a DPS meter can give you feedback immediately, plus a breakdown, but to be honest, games nowadays are theory crafted to an extent where you basically can't go wrong if you just copy-paste a specific build. However, the dark side of a DPS meter makes it unfortunately more worse and is overshadowing the positives. Because, like in the intro question, if you do every mechanic right and save the whole raid by doing so, but therefore do less DPS, it is most likely that you will be kicked out of a pack group due to less DPS compared to others. And passing has also become its own thing. Some people say it kills the game and others say lol, get good. Anyways, passing is the only way to give PvE somewhat of a sense of competition, same like the raid.io score, which is basically its own game feature by now. And it is arena rating in a PvE sense, and therefore gives an opportunity for competition for some people. But unfortunately it also creeps into lower ratings too, that sense of competition, where it is not really necessary, to be honest. So passing becomes slowly but steady more important than actually playing or solving the encounter, which for me personally isn't fun at all. Because if I go into a raid, I want to have the bad F word in MMOs, fun. Which leads to the next point, DBM, or the raid leader add-on. And to start this off, raids nowadays are garbage, straight up, in almost every game. Because in my opinion you can have two types of raid encounter. On the one hand, the slow type. You have a big arena, the boss looks impressive and every attack is nicely visualized, has a cast time to let you react, basically like old MMOs. And it feels almost like a chess game, and that's also the reason why some might call it boring. A kinda chill raid day with friends, having fun and getting cool recognizable loot. And on the other hand are raids today. And if you fight a raid boss today, and I don't know why, but it almost feels like looking straight into a malfunctioning firework.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The only way to explain that is literally visual clusterfuck. And I play Guild Wars 2. You basically need sunglasses playing 50-man open world meta events. And good luck finding the small red circle game mechanic puddle in the pile of...
That is one big pile of shit.
Anyways, right here comes DBM into the mix, because it doesn't really make the raid encounter easier or enables turn off brain mode. It is just necessary. There is so insanely much happening at once on the screen that it is nearly impossible to notice everything going on without DBM. What you also hear very often is that there was or still is an arms race between developers and add-on designer, which is basically the reason leading to what we have with Sakura's today. The fight is fun, but holy shit, it is intense in a not very cool way. So much blue in blue within purple and in between two darker purple bombs and the small dragon boss right in the middle. Contrary to that is, for example, Final Fantasy XIV, where a lot of add-ons aren't allowed. But there are surely some add-ons that would improve the game experience, but yeah, I don't play Final Fantasy XIV, so I can't really tell. And Guild Wars 2 has also close to 0 add-ons. However, a lot of add-ons are used without permission of ArenaNet. But Guild Wars 2 also doesn't really has hard endgame content. Hard endgame content in Guild Wars 2 is more or less based on personal challenges or speedruns, or optimize the crap out of the game. Add-ons are surely a weird thing. They can enhance the gameplay experience significantly, and can also define game modes like World of Warcraft Arena. Without add-ons, World of Warcraft Arena is just baseline not playable. Or without add-ons you are very significantly in a disadvantage. So it is kinda hard to tell if add-ons for MMORPGs are bad or not. Some add-ons are a cool gimmick to modify things in a way you prefer, or others just break the game to an extent where developers have to take them into account while designing bosses or gameplay mechanics, which obviously screws over people who rarely use add-ons. I guess the absolute worst end of add-ons was shown in that Final Fantasy XIV World First Kill, where the game was modified to an absolute unrecognizable state. I honestly don't know, but if I had to decide, keep all add-ons or ban them all, I would always go with ban them all. Even so, I would miss a lot of them. And there's also this thing, if there are 0 add-ons to kinda visualize the skill level of a person like Radar.io, people will create their own rankings with in-game tools, which is the case in Guild Wars 2 for example. People made their own Radar.io score with in-game items for a very good reason. Mainly to enhance their own hardcore endgame experience, and more importantly, nowadays you as a hardcore endgame player almost never get anything in MMOs. Infinitely scaling systems like Mythic Plus are pretty rare, and Radar.io or World of Warcraft logs are enabling a whole new gameplay feature with rankings which isn't provided by the game studios anymore, at least in the PvE landscape. And again, like I always say, accessibility and easy entry levels in games are necessary. Even so, they slowly start to kill MMOs and make progression kinda meaningless. Same as passing slowly creeping into lower rank sections, making an MMO worse overall. I guess a lot of add-ons just show what a game on a functional level is missing, but well, why should Blizzard invest into developing that themselves if people do it for free? And with that said, what do you think about add-ons? Are they more positive or negative for an MMO? So in my opinion, add-ons are slightly more on the negative side. And yeah, again, thanks for watching, and until then, I guess, until then.
Let's say sunshine for everyone, but as far as I